Second Ezra 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Call all Yahweh Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. Give honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, rule well and teach well. Shalom to the old feet like men that scattered abroad, pushing this truth for the house of sincerity. Right, and shalom to those very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting order in these last days. Right, brother, I'm going to come at your video low when it's edifying. And I'm really just, laying back and off one of the elder brothers right there, Saints of Jersey, too. And I was just watching the lesson that he just pretty much put up concerning this topic because we've been hearing about tariffs, right? Rumors of the tariffs and, Trump going to put tariffs on people, right? Really, the main three people was Mexico, Canada, and China, right? Hey, but now it's been, came out that what? They're about to put it on America. I remember 2 weeks ago, they was speaking, Canada was speaking on it, They was on pretty much flip the script as well. And a lot of our imports come from the two places that's connected to us, man, Canada and Mexico, man. A lot of our imports come from both, especially when it comes to food, and well, you could throw China in there because even as well, right? A lot of our parts come from there. So pretty much, you about to see America just sink straight in, right? From the You about to see America cave in. You got like a solid ball, a marble ball, on some wet paper, right? It's finna eventually just sink straight through, and that's what America's finna do, because that's how they're gonna be able to pretty much bounce back with that NWO, represent the NWO to everybody. But during this period of time, it's finna get real bad, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna play some of this. I think I got to the 8-minute mark, and then I had closed out. I'll leave the link, or if you can see it right here on the screen, you can also, take it down. But it's another whistleblower, just paying attention to what's going on as well, right? But, they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so we always going to bring it up through the scriptures. Right, here we go.
Everything changes in America. President Donald Trump just announced tariffs on both Canada and Mexico that will go into effect next week.
The tariffs are going forward on time, on schedule. I blame our leadership for allowing it to happen.
This is a import-heavy economy. Most of what we consume comes in from...
And, if you don't know what tariffs is, we've done lessons on it, but just again, to refresh your brain, it's just pretty much, taxing, putting a tax, and we'll look it up. Excuse me. A tax on imported and exported goods. Right, and what we know, because we know what inflation's supposed to happen, which going to skyrocket to what? Hyperinflation. And we seeing what? We seeing the middle thing, right? We seeing what's the bridge from inflation to hyperinflation. This nigga putting goddamn tariffs, on these people, and what they're going to do. They're going to, what? All right, well, we'll put tariffs on y'all. So that's where we at right now.
Southeast Asia and China.
Mexican and Canadian imports will face 25% tariffs, and goods from China will face a 10% tariff.
And if you think this is just political and it will not affect you, just wait, because you're about to feel it everywhere.
And like how the other hat went into it, he stopped right there on Keisha's face, man, because, let me see if I can go back to it. Because, now I just messed it up. Because here you have it, this is what we heading into. We've been telling people that these stores is finna, get raided because the food is too high. As a matter of fact, you finna have a lot of a lot of these trucks, right, not finna be on the road because things are too high. They can't, it's too much money for them to get to their destination. They're not making, it's pretty much they running in circles when it comes to making the money, right? Gas gonna go up, oil gonna go up, which gonna cause the gas to go up, right? Excuse me, it's gonna be like how it was in, was it 2020? The gas was so high. Shit, niggas couldn't even go to work. I know I was one of them. Hey, I was happy. I was like, shit, I'm about to pull this. I ain't got no gas card. You know what I'm saying? And they understood, but it was a time I didn't. I just didn't have the gas. I was putting too much gas in the car a week, and I stayed like goddamn 8 minutes from the job at the time. But like you said, I'm gonna replay that one more time.
Mexican and Canadian imports will face 25% tariffs, and goods from China will face a 10% tariff.
And if you think this is just political and it will not affect you, just wait, because you're about to feel it everywhere.
Walmart's imports from China rose 33% from 2023 to 2024. Columbia Sportswear imports went up 50% during the same time.
At the grocery store,
You see, let's just go back to that.
Walmart's imports from China rose 33% from 2023 to 2024.
So we already see like that's a big sprout, So just imagine they put the tariffs back on America, because that means guess what? We was consuming a lot, Whether it was toys, you know what I'm saying, automobile parts, right? Car parts, right? And like he said in his description, you got food, housing, and auto, and that's pretty heavy because those gonna be the main three things that people are gonna be frustrated about. Can't put gas in the car, The market is gonna be pretty much out of their league. Can't buy no house. Niggas can't put out their house because they don't have the money. And also you're gonna have food, food shortages, right? Which is gonna also lead to the prophecy of the book of 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 19. Let me grab a quick precept right quick. Keep the gap pretty short. Excuse me. Right? Got to bring up that Ezekiel because this is where we at, right? And that's pretty much the title. And there you have it. That's the title. And there you have it. Right? It says, thus saith the Lord, verse 5, slacking. And thus saith the Lord, behold, slacking. Thus saith the Lord, the Most High, right, Yahweh, and evil, right, bad times, and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, the end is come, and watch for thee, behold, it is come, right? And that's where we at, Scripture say, perilous times, right? We know this society has to collapse so they can come with a new system, right? So we're seeing the beginning stages of it. With them slapping these tariffs on, and with them tariffs being on, it's going to pretty much, the people that's not stable inside this truth, man, we're not inside the truth, the people that's inside the world, right? Well, you got the one that's not stable in this truth as well, right? They're going to get strong, sifted out. But, more so like the masses, the masses are really going to trip out, man. They're going to be, like the scripture said, the elder had brought out, I was going to bring out some of those anyway, because it was a good point. Because like the man just said, if you think these things are not going to impact you, right, just wait. Right, because we know that with those two things, inflation that goes into hyperinflation, we know that means the time's coming to where you will have to eat your food in measure, right? I want to pull it inside the Good News translation. I think it's Ezekiel. Uh, 17. Was it 16? 16 through 17. Right, and we seeing these things happen right here. The Lord is, closing that. Because, the luxuries, right? The luxuries, You could the 15-minute cities, you know what I'm saying? Niggas walking to Sprouts, you know what I'm saying? Whole Foods, all of these places get all this food, you know what I'm saying? Just going on about their day, not even understanding these times are coming, right? Hey, the Lord is putting a staff to that, a halt to that, you know? Now, granted, us men of the Lord, right, and you feel my sisters, right, we're going to be straight in that day because the Lord spoke about that. Because while we was given diligence, right, in the time of the grace period, right, building ourselves up for this time, right, like I said, we always come in the spirit of our forefathers, you know, Noah, you know, all the prophets, man, warning the people and actually getting ourselves together for that time. So in that time to come, we'll be straight. Excuse me. Let me see what the NLT talking about. Right. Right. So I'm gonna read to the NLT. It says Ezekiel 4:16 through 17 in NLT, New Living Translation. Then he told me, Son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. Right. We know that word Jerusalem is going to a people before it's a place. Right. So it says scarce. The definition for it is in short supply, rare, right? Especially of food, money, or some other resource insufficient for the demand, right? Because that's what's going to be high demand, food, right? You know, America is that one gluttonous city, you know, compared to the rest of the world. So, and we know that, you know, it's going to touch the 2/3 of our people, but also, you know, America as well. Right, because, you know, DJ Trump and these elites, they doing the whole world, you know what I'm saying? They getting the whole world prepared for this new system that they finna bring in, you know? But keep reading. It says, it will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people would drink it with dismay. And like the brother was, you know, saying, the elder brother was saying, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the ration out drop by drop, you know, niggas gonna be, you know how it used to be when you buy, you know, a little Gatorade or something, and you want something, like, man, you get a little waterfall, that's it. You know, that's how it's gonna be, man. You know, like, I remember the elder brother, I'm on a bar, had said, you know, niggas gonna fuck around and eat the last, gonna fuck around and bite too much of the loaf of bread because he that damn hungry. Now everybody in the house then jumped on his ass, you know, but that's what the time we coming to. You're gonna have to ration, you know, and that's what's really gonna make people flip out because, right, just being real, a lot of people in the world don't know how to fast, you know. They're eating 6 times a day, or whatever number of times a day, right? They never tried to let the body just restart it, so they eating 7 days out the week, you know? So instead of that, right, they're going to come to that phase to where it's going to, you know, they're going to just, you know what I'm saying, flip out. And that's when, like I said earlier, 2 Corinthians 15 and 19, which I'm still grab, hey, they're going to start having no pity upon thy neighbor. Because why? For the lack of bread. There's no food. Right? And shit, I ain't said it in a while, but, you know, like the Snickers commercial say, you ain't you when you hungry, right? And these people are definitely don't have no spiritual armor, right? So they really like a city with no walls. So that means the demon could just hop on them, and they can do what they got to do just to eat. They fulfill the flesh. It says 17, lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment. All right, matter of fact, I'm going to grab another scripture with that being said. I brought it out last time. Let me see if I can remember it. 2nd Esdras. Let me change let me see if they got the Good News Translation. 2nd Esdras 6:22. Okay, let me see if I type it in like this, they may have it. That's weird. Well, oh well. I'm in the right book. Yeah. It's coming about. Is it 2 Ezra 6 and 22? See, here I go messing up again. 24 is what I'm thinking. Salakia. Right, call all y'all about Shemel. Yeah, it is 22. I'm tripping. I forgot it is a different translation. Right, so it threw me off. Salakia. It says, fields that were not sown will suddenly appear sown. Nah, it's supposed to be the other way around. Fields that were not sown will suddenly appear sown. Yeah, but the point is, right? These places like these storehouses, right there. You'll look at these places right now for food. You go to them, you able to buy. You know what I'm saying? We seeing things escalate now. Like when you look at these videos, Costco's they've been going viral lately. You know what I'm saying? They just been going crazy on the eggs. But these places that has food, right? They're finna increase in price, and also it's gonna get to the point niggas gonna start looting. They're gonna start taking shit down the price, right? And we know once after that, they come into your goddamn house, But the point was back in 24, right? Getting to the point where niggas can't control themselves, and to the point, and guess what? They're gonna look at their friend, as an enemy in that day. Just because why? They let the flesh take over. And I'm about to get back to the video. It says, fields that were not sown will suddenly appear sown, and full storehouses will suddenly be found empty, right? And that takes less than a week. A trumpet will sound with a blast. When all hear it, they will suddenly be terrified, right? We know the end all be all gonna be those ICBMs, the missiles, but we blowing that horn right now, But it says, verse 24, in that time, friends will make war on friends like enemies, right? The earth, along with those who live in it, will be terrified, and the sources of rivers will stand still so that they don't run for 3 hours, right? And we already know that's Esau's plan, to stop to stop the imports from coming in, just so he can come in like the hero, right? But yeah, the main point was a friend's gonna fight once against another to like enemies, man. Right? Let me so let me go back to this video right quick.
Columbia Sportswear imports went up 50% during the same time.
At the grocery store, at the gas pump, when you try to buy a car.
Thanks to the new tariffs introduced by Trump, the average American household could lose over $1,000 per year, according to the latest estimates from Budget Lab at Yale.
Any kind of produce coming from Mexico, and a lot of our imports come from Mexico in terms of grocery items. Those will cost more money. The company that's then going to send it to a grocery store or to a car dealership. So that cost is passed on to consumers.
When you realize that owning a home is slipping further out of reach. Because when cost of importing goods goes up, so do your bills. The average American household is already struggling. People are maxing out their credit cards. Delinquency rates are skyrocketing.
Alarming new numbers that show rising.
And that's a funny thing right there. You're like, people are already maxing out their credit cards. That's how you know this shit is about to go down the drain. Because that's what we always bring out. We go to Revelation 12 and 12. Rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell therein. For the devil's come down to you having great wrath, because that he had but a short time. So we know the devil's finna get the ball rolling. And like we said, we always tell these other heathens to max out your credit cards, man. Have the most fun you can, because once this MOTB system goes in, hey, it's finna go downhill even faster, right? To us, ruling next, right? And coming for y'all heads, So that was just a funny thing that stood out to me when I watched the video.
Rates on credit card loans now at the highest level since just after the 2008 financial crisis.
More young adults are failing to pay off their credit cards. New York Fed showed the delinquency rate was more than 8%.
And inflation is quietly creeping back up. And now a new tax is about to hit everything that we buy. So the real question is how...
I want to say this, and also they said inflation is back. This inflation right here. Hey, man, Lord willing, this is the one that's going to take it into hyperinflation.
bad will it be? And what's going to happen
I want to say one thing. I was just inside the store yesterday. No, today. Yeah, today. And I seen them eggs gone. It just restocked like 2 days ago. Gone. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that been seeing, they put little stickers up there. And just saying, like, be mindful, or the eggs are limited. You can't sit here and buy how much you want to buy, things like that. And also how things are going up. I had put an article out, and it had pretty much said, they about to set the set of eggs, right? Pretty much a dozen is going to rise up to $11.69, and that's a lot, right? You damn near could have bought $11.69. You damn near could have bought what, 18? Yeah. Excuse me, 18, and it still been cheaper than that. So that goes to show you, yeah, man, that inflation is back, and it's set to go higher. Like I said, it's hyperinflation.
Have enough savings to cover a $1,000 emergency expense. That's serious.
Most Americans are paying only the minimum balance on their credit cards, while delinquency rates are climbing higher. A record high number of people.
And I also wanted to say, and what we're really seeing right now is the mirth of the earth is leaving America, man. Niggas don't even want to smile no more, man, because, hey, man, niggas is going through it. Niggas is going through it, man.
Only paying the minimum monthly payment on their credit card bills.
Mortgage delinquencies are rising for first-time homebuyer programs.
Housing market continues to be tough, particularly for first-time home buyers.
Today's housing market is pricey and competitive. Prices are 53% higher than they were 5 years ago. There are mortgage rates, which have more than doubled since 2022.
This isn't just a few people struggling. We're talking about millions and millions of Americans. 30% of Americans in the top 100 cities are behind on at least one bill, whether it be a credit card, an auto loan, a mortgage, a personal loan.
Hell, I'm gonna say this, hey, I'm in that boat. We already know we in that boat. To see the thing about it is, we know the Lord gonna still provide for us. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make a way for us to eat, to get around, and house us. We not tripping about that, man. But see, the average American, they are.
And instead of talking about relief, we're going to be hit with new tariffs that will make everything more expensive in the short term. Now, some argue
And I would say this, right? And that also go back to like how we always, go into the scripture of 2 Corinthians 16:40. It says, "Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those days, be as pilgrims upon earth." So we already know these times are supposed to come. This is what we can prepare for. This is what we do in the grace period. We build ourselves up. This is a part of building that armor up for these things. We know that tariffs is coming. We know that EMP is going to come. We know that the C-HIP is going to come, right? Inflation to hyperinflation. We know that's going to come. So we already know those things are going to come, right? So we already prepared mentally for it. So we don't be in the same state as these other people. Also these other Israelite camps too that don't believe in Jacob's trouble.
that these tariffs will bring forward short-term pain, but ultimately will bring jobs and opportunities back to America. But what about the people struggling right now? Tech giants like Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, spending over $300 billion in AI and robotics in just 2025.
Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet are now signaling as much as $320 billion in capital expenditure
And then, thing is, it's going to be tough because everything is going up but the pay. So, yeah, it's about to get real ugly out here, Akim.
I'll just repair the car I've got. Good luck. Auto parts will likely become 25% more expensive. As these costs rise, they pass them on to consumers.
Price of used cars continuing to go up.
Supply chain shortages are also impacting the auto industry, forcing prices up and consumers to compromise.
So no matter what, you're going to pay more. And that's before we even talk about gas prices. The U.S. imports a massive amount of crude oil from Canada.
The future of Canada's oil industry is one of the largest crude exporters to the U.S.
With these new tariffs, gas prices could jump between 20 and 40 cents per gallon. And here's the thing.
Yeah, so expect to see a lot of cars sitting on the side of the road, like how the, Walking Dead be, the apocalyptic movies be. Because niggas going to be having, because right now niggas have a strict budget just to get to work every day for the week. Now you saying to go up to 40 cents, because it's like right now I think the average I be seeing is, I can't even remember, honestly. They just say 310, so to go up 40 cents, man, shit, $3.50 a gallon. There ain't no telling on these other states like New York, Cali, they got like high gas prices. That shit gonna be shit, man. $20 type shit.
When fuel prices go up, everything else generally follows. Your Amazon orders, more expensive. Grocery store deliveries, more expensive. Even the cost of running a small business, more expensive. This isn't just about gas. It's about everything in your life becoming more expensive because of it. And if you think you could just cut back on driving to save money, what about your food bill? Since 2020, food prices have skyrocketed 23.6%.
Food prices continue to outpace inflation, increasing by 28% since 2019. Over a third said they have resorted to buying fewer items to save money.
And it's been
Yeah, and it's about to get real ugly. You know what I'm saying? What I was saying, I had went, bought me some cucumbers. You know what I'm saying? Some bell peppers. I bought like 3 cucumbers and 3 bell peppers. Yep, I had a red, yellow. Yep, red, yellow, and the green one. And I bought like 5 lemons. You know what I'm saying? And that cost me $22. You know what I'm saying? For that small little items. All right, so, man.
by grocery store prices lately, just wait, because Mexico is one of the largest suppliers of produce in America.
In 2023, nearly 60% of the fresh fruit, 35% of the fresh vegetables on store shelves were imported.
With this tariff, the price of fruits and vegetables could jump between 10 and 15%. Beef prices will surge even higher as feed costs soar. Dairy products and bread also getting hit with rising shipping costs.
Grocery prices are more than 25% higher than 5 years ago. Now the threat of tariffs is adding yet another challenge. Goods are more expensive, and they
Let me go ahead and hit this precept right quick. It's perfect to go ahead and bring it out. Let me see if I can get a different translation. Idris. Man, it's about to get real sticky. Right? So, it says 2 Corinthians 15, verse 19 in the Good News Translation. It says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, right? Because things, these them small birth pains, man. So it's driven every centimeter, yeah. I think that's what it is. She's 5 centimeters, something like that. But yeah, when the female dilating, get to that 10, I think it's 10 centimeters. I don't know, I can't remember. But driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly right? Mercilessly plunder their possessions, right? Because that's the time we're coming into. Things are going to go so high. People going to just, I can't take it no more, right? Right now, what you're seeing a lot of people being on Instagram, TikTok, and pretty much just complaining on how they can't take it or getting fired, They can't provide for their families, right? So it says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions, right? Meaning they will have no pity, right? No regards that person is struggling too. That's what it's finna come down to, man. Right? And we only showing you this, right? And you got to bring this up, right? Because, you look at society, who's on top. Well, the elder had, went into it as well, but, who's on top right now? You have the women, right? Speaking on the Israelite community, right? That we got really all the women inside the nation, But, hey, the Lord is finna pretty much make them so low, because they was so high. They was running shit, right? The Jim Crow era, right? And it's, look at them now. You can't tell them nothing. They miss independent. Now we about to put that to the test. We about to see if that's what you're really gonna stand on. And even you men, right? Mr. Goddamn want to eat lobster tail, and oysters, right? We about to see real soon. Right? Because, hey, a nigga most definitely finna come inside your house and take whatever they want. And if you don't want to give it up, right, you already know how it's going to go, man. All right, let me go ahead and finish this out. A couple more seconds.
Will be passed along to the consumer. We've been here before. During the last round of tariffs in 2018, the average American household paid an extra $498.
Right, and see, that's the thing about it. He said we already been here before 2018. Right, so we already know that means what is going to be worse than that. They had to do a trial run. This next one's going to be worse than that, man.
Just from price increases alone. And this time, it will likely be even worse considering the financial position that most Americans are currently in. So that grocery bill that's already painful, it's about to hurt even more. For most Americans, the dream of home ownership is now out of reach. Right now, the median home price in America is $433,100. To afford that comfortably, you need to make $166,000 per year for the average home. The actual median household income in America, $78,538. That's less than half of what Americans need to be able to afford a basic home. And now with tariffs on building materials like steel and aluminum, the cost to build a new home, according to the National Association of Home Builders, will rise between $17,000 and $22,000. So whether you're
Well, you got the funds to, to buy that is cool. But we already know that, hey, man, we're not too wrapped up inside this world, man. Excuse me. It's like, soon, how about my shopping to have to the point we're going to be moving from house to house. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to just be maneuvering around through this, through this world, right? That's like you say, pilgrims upon earth, right? People seeking a spiritual gain, But I'm going to close off with that. I'm most definitely leave the description in the box. I'm just going ahead and do that, right? But Lord willing, this was edifying. And like I said, here we are. This is where we at, right? It's been put on the ground that, tariffs, it's finna go out towards Mexico, China, and Canada. And also these same places finna put tariffs on America, man. So expect for shit to just really hit the fan in these upcoming days. Right, so Lord willing, is edifying, and give our honor, glory, and praise to you. How about Shem Yahweh Shabbat, Shem Kakadash. On to the next one. Shalom.